The first reaction of friends when I tell them I live here is, "Really?" From the point of view of having kids, it's a much easier place to live than anywhere I've been before.
You hear a lot about smart cities. We don't have any real projects in Norway yet. It's kind of nice to see one being built for once.
In Fujisawa City, Japan, the future is now. Leading electronics manufacturer Panasonic is building a town. Leveraging decades of home building experience and technological expertise, and working with city government and building partners, Panasonic has created a smart town, not just for Japan, but for the world.
For me, a house is a place where the family can be together, share meals, share interests, and most importantly, laugh.
Town planning usually starts with infrastructure, but in order to allow people to enjoy a sustainable and smart life, we needed to begin with imagining a new lifestyle. That's how we designed this town. A house that you're proud of, a house that you'd like to invite your friends to. These are the things we placed a lot of importance on. Smart cities and smart towns are thought of as having smart technology, but the basic elements of living are eco-consciousness and above all safety. By bringing these elements together for the first time, we've created a place where people can really enjoy living. To maintain the ideals of smart and sustainable, we consider these services essential: energy, mobility, security, healthcare, and community. This is a self-generation consumption energy management system. Simply put, it's the idea of both generating and consuming energy locally.
At first, I was a bit worried about moving into a place with all this latest technology, since I don't have much knowledge about these things. But now I'm more excited by all the new possibilities.
The houses have solar panels, storage batteries, fuel cell cogeneration systems, and heat pump water heaters. And all the lighting is LED. Using these technologies, we aim to reduce the town's CO2 by 70%. On a household basis, we're aiming for net zero change in CO2. We plan to reduce water usage by 30% and also want 30% of our energy usage to be from renewable sources. The town has backup energy reserves of 3 days. Excess power is stored in batteries, so that even in the event of an emergency, people can still go about their lives.
We don't have that in Germany. We don't have a wide-scale available energy storage for local renewable energy production, and then you can store it and use it whenever you want.
Each household has access to a so-called portal where we can see how much electricity is being used overall. Being able to see the numbers motivates me to be more ecologically minded.
Always talk about educating the society about being green, sustainable, boils down to the individual's home rather than just talking in general.
The mobility sharing service allows residents to share electric cars and bicycles. We've introduced this sharing service in the hope that people will lead an even more active lifestyle.
You can swap from bicycle to a scooter to a car and back again if you need one for yourself or you need from the whole family. I think that's a good concept.
The town features an integrated town security system. This system, and the multiple cameras watching over its grounds, allows an open but safe environment.
I'm comfortable staying at home, as I know my children are being watched over by the security system cameras.
The town's health service is known as the Comprehensive Area Care Service. Happy and healthy residents are important to the community, and this service will look after and help to ensure everyone's health. That's the type of town we want to realize. People are moving in from different places, so completely new social networks have to be established in order to bolster the community. To get townspeople connected with each other, we hold various events, creating new bonds of communication.
I'd like a community where you can recognize people. I don't mean too friendly, but a place where people have strong bonds with each other.
Since there are events planned every month, we don't have to worry about deciding where to go with the family. It's also great fun and good for communication. Nowadays, community is starting to crumble. This is why, out of the many actions at Fujisawa SST, community gains my attention.
Well, if you're going to have a smart city to work properly, you need to think of a small local community, to have them work together to develop the ideas for the future.
The view is really nice on entering the town. There aren't any power cables since everything is underground, so I feel quite exhilarated when I come home.
From the beginning, we considered different elements such as landscape and spatial design. It was important to make best use of light and wind and create a space with a real sense of depth. My favorite part of this town is the wind. Breezes that pass through greenery naturally cool the home. That's why this town is designed to allow the wind to reach all of the houses. Homes have character, have their own personality. Making many homes together is a great challenge. It may take some time, but eventually each one will take on its own character. We're aiming to create a town that continues to shine for well over 100 years. The efforts to create this town have received a lot of coverage overseas. People all over the world are very interested in this project. In Japan, Panahome has a deep knowledge of housing. We would certainly like to see people overseas also benefit from these Japanese technologies. Panasonic used to propose new lifestyles through household electronics, but these are just tools. In the future, we want to suggest new lifestyles, not just through household goods, but throughout the living space of homes and towns. This is, of course, something that can be done globally, and it's one way we want to contribute to society. Making smart towns, building smart communities. I believe these are very much connected to the goal of a better life, a better world.
Panasonic.